Oh, baby. Yesterday was just the appetizer, and today we got the full entree served up hot. Now, I could be tripping, and yeah, I've said this a million times on this channel, but has 50 Cent finally met his match? The Harris family is not playing around with Curtis Jackson. Listen to this. I know 50 and Lloyd Banks aren't exactly on good terms right now, but he might need to holler at Banks to squash that old beef. 50's definitely going to need some backup. Or, he could just stay in his lane. Anyway, after posting a pic of his wife Tiny, T.I. went straight at 50 with a warning shot. The track's called War, and he said, "Oh, you want war? Bet. We're on that, Doug. Hashtag got the right one this time." But hold up. This morning, T.I.'s son, King Harris, jumped back into the ring. He came at 50 Cent again, this time posting an old court clip of 50 tied to domestic abuse allegations.
29-year-old who admitted to trampling and beating 3 women at a concert.
He attacked women. Women. We were just there to see a concert. We were not there to get beat up. We were not there to get hit.
Go, go, go.
The rapper with the gangster attitude stepped on 2 of the women and punched the third in the face after jumping into the crowd in search of someone who threw a water bottle at him during a surprise concert at this club in May of 2004.
They did nothing to justify or excuse the defendant's actions.
He has demonstrated since his earlier run-in with the law as a young man that he is a law-abiding citizen.
You ain't got no drop.
That is not the image 50 Cent uses to sell his music, but it will have to be. Judge Robert Coomer accepted Jackson's admission of the facts, gave him a lecture on how this incident would reflect on the rapper's 9-year-old son, and then continued the case for 2 years without a finding. In the meantime, the rapper will have to submit to random drug tests, pay the medical expenses of his victims, pay court costs, undergo anger management treatment, and produce an anti-gun violence public service announcement. Jackson signed off on the deal. And then snuck out of the courthouse through a back door.
Then, King Harris went in on 50 Cent for only targeting women. He said, "All you do is put pressure on females. Bring that smoke to the chimney. We're just getting started." Now that's some foreshadowing, because barely 3 hours later, T.I. dropped a diss track on 50 Cent himself. And get this, the track is called Right One. It's short, about 1.5 minutes, but T.I. goes straight for the jugular, addressing multiple issues with Curtis Jackson. He called him out for only clashing with black folks while letting white folks slide. In the track, T.I. said, "To me, you're just a small man in a big shell. Mid-ass need pigtails. You take no issue with those white boys. It's only our people you find to be an eyesore." He also shaded 50 for backing out of a versus battle, saying he's got no legacy to protect. And yes, T.I. didn't hold back on the personal stuff. He clowned 50 Cent for his baby mama, Daphne Joy, getting played and caught slipping with Diddy. Honestly, this record hits solid. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. And funnily enough, some of 50's camp seems to be feeling it. Rick Ross dropped a 100 emoji, while Meek Mill and Memphis Bleek both co-signed the track. So if you're T.I. right now, the stage is yours. You've got all the momentum. 50 Cent probably isn't going to step into this back and forth, which means the attention is fully on T.I.'s. Unless T.I.'s running a podcast empire he forgot to pay rent on, I don't see Curtis coming back with anything stronger than memes on Instagram. Drop in the comments below, how do you rate T.I.'s Right One going at 50 Cent? Should 50 respond? And if so, how? Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.
First, it was really about celebrating each other's catalog. Me and that nigga talk back there, bro. This shit, I ain't just called a nigga out the blue. Me and that nigga talk back there.
You talking about you and 50?
Yeah, man. We talk about this shit, man. This shit just come out of nowhere. Nigga, we were moving around in LA, man, selling some TV shows and shit while we were around each other, man. You know what I mean? I said, "Shit, what you think about this?" He was like, "Shit, you want to do that shit?" I said, "Yeah." He was like, all right, cool. So shit. And I told him, I said, "Well, I'm gonna jump out there first, and then you just gonna jump out there and we'll line it up." And he said, "All right." And when I jump out there, nigga act like he ain't know what the fuck was going on. Then that's what it was about. You know what I'm saying? Now, it about, "Oh, you playing? Okay, you gonna play. All right, cool. But how about fuck all of it? Fuck all of it. I don't even want to, man. Cause now I question your character. Any nigga gonna get kick that kind of shit, then, man. Nigga, just say you don't want to do it. All the other extra lame ass shit, man, this shit goofy.
So y'all talked about it, you saying? And you went out
Yeah,
there.
years ago. Years ago we spoke about
I
it.
think it'd be a great battle, though. I think.
Man, that shit ain't gonna happen. That shit ain't gonna happen, man. I don't wanna stand on stage with him. I have no interest in standing on stage with that nigga. I don't respect him.